Hello. Welcome, you guys. So you all already know, I'll start with a little self-introduction. My name is Sylvie, and I am the founder of LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com. LearnHowToGetAScholarship.com is a website where we curate scholarships for international students, and we prepare international students to apply for scholarships in different parts of the world. We do that through group classes, through one-on-one classes, and through stand-alone services. So if you're thinking about applying to scholarships in different parts of the world, just go to the website learnhowtogetascholarship.com, or you can go to my Instagram. There is a link in my link tree. There's a link tree link there, and when you tap on it, you see a place that says join a class. Join a class, so you can choose to join any of those, and we are going to get you ready to apply for scholarships in different parts of the world. I also have a YouTube channel, you guys, so if you do not know, please do when you go to the Instagram and you tap on that Linktree link, you're going to see the link to the YouTube channel. Please go there. Everybody just tap that subscribe to it. I posted a video recently, top 2 fully funded scholarships to Canada. So after our 1 scholarship a day, I'm going to talk about those scholarships. The video is on YouTube, so y'all go check it out. If Canada is a study destination that you're thinking about, the scholarship is at the bachelor level and the PhD level, so y'all definitely go check it out. On the Instagram, you're going to see it's the first link on Instagram to the YouTube channel. Go watch it, it's free. Watch it, and when you watch, please do it to share with one person if you're thinking about Canada as a study destination. Alrighty, here on Clubhouse, this conversation is brought to you by the Study Abroad Club. So please, if you're new here, tap that tiny house above my head, go and follow the club, and I'm going to invite you all to be members. When I speak on different scholarship stages here on Clubhouse, I always say get a pen and a paper and take notes, but on 1 scholarship a day, I do not do that. Why? Because I'm going to tweet out the link to the scholarship. I'm going to tweet it out. So if you do not follow me on Twitter, definitely go and follow me there, because that is where all the links are. As I said before, I started 1 scholarship a day on the 19th of May. So my Twitter feed is a ton of resources that you can just scroll through for scholarships. So definitely go ahead and follow me on Twitter. And I always try to make sure that each time when I post a scholarship, I take a screenshot of the official page of the scholarship and put it in my Instagram stories, so you can compare to be sure that you're on the right website. Some of you have written to me, is this the website? Was this correct? And I'm like, no, you are on the wrong website. So definitely always check my Instagram stories to compare the website that you're at with our 1 scholarship of the day website. All right, just to be sure that you are on the right place. Alrighty, let us get to our scholarship for the day for July 27th. I'm excited because this scholarship is I was reading a bit about it earlier, and I was like, oh, this sounds fun. So this is actually a scholarship to Switzerland, you guys. Are y'all considering Switzerland as a study destination? I am actually going to do a video maybe in 2 weeks time about fully funded scholarships to Switzerland, because I came across the Geneva Academy scholarship. I came across another scholarship that had to do with like human rights in Switzerland, and all of those scholarships were all fully funded. So I'm probably going to come back and do that video on fully funded scholarships to Switzerland, so y'all can check it out if you're considering Switzerland as a study destination. Alrighty, so our scholarship for today is actually to Switzerland, and it is the UNIL Master's Grant in Switzerland for foreign students. The UNIL, so that's actually the University of Lausanne. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but I think I am. I think this is University of Lausanne. There is Lausanne in France, right? And then there's another Lausanne here. I don't know. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm kind of 80% sure that I'm pronouncing it correctly. I think I am. Alrighty. So let us get right into it. The deadline for this scholarship is the 1st of November 2021. The 1st of November 2021. So if you still kind of have some time, we are in July. Today is July 27th, and the deadline for this scholarship is the 1st of November 2021. So you still kind of have some time if you're going to be applying for this scholarship. Alrighty, so let us read a bit about it. Let's read a bit about it, just as we do on one scholarship a day. We try to do a deep dive to see the details about it. Someone, Sidu, is on Facebook or is on Instagram asking, any postgraduate scholarships to Canada? Hold on. The title of today is Top 2 Fully Funded Scholarships to Canada also. So I'm going to talk about that after we have spoken about our one scholarship for the day, okay? So just hang in there and I'm going to come back to you in a minute. All right. So it says the University of Lausanne offers a master's grant on a competitive basis to international students who wish to pursue a master's degree at their university. So if you're considering Switzerland as a study destination, definitely do well to check out this particular scholarships. So it says that the fields, this is at the University of Lausanne, it's Switzerland, and they are actually offering all programs at their university. You can apply for all programs at their university except some particular programs. So they say that the University of Lausanne will offer 42 master's programs in 2021. All programs with the exception of the MSc in Nursing and MSc in Health Sciences can be attended part-time. All the master's programs, you can apply for it except the MSc in Nursing and the MSc in Health Sciences. Alrighty, so let me see. So they have some particular programs that the scholarship is not going to cover. So that is like the Masters from the School of Medicine, Master of Education, Masters of Law at the University of Zurich and Lausanne, Master of Criminal Law, Magistracy, Master of Science in Physical Education, Master of Sciences in Health Sciences. So it says that for the Master of Law, only 2 specializations, International and Comparative Law and Legal Theory, are open for applications for masters. So the main thing to pay attention to about this particular scholarship is that not all majors are accepted. Did you all get to watch the video that I did, I think about 2 weeks ago, about the fully funded scholarships to the US at Stanford University, the Knight Hennessy Scholars Program? Did you all follow that? If you didn't, definitely go to YouTube and check it out if you're considering the US as a study destination, because that fully funded scholarship to Stanford University, that scholarship they also have majors. Not all majors are allowed. You can only apply for some majors and you cannot apply for all majors. So the main thing to pay attention with our one scholarship for today is that look at your major. What is your major? What are you studying? And is this scholarship covering for your study? So definitely, when you read about the scholarship, pay attention to what that looks like and if they are going to be covering your program or not. So that's the first thing to pay attention to. And then it has 10 slots. That is not a lot. That is not a lot, especially because I'm going to talk about the fully funded scholarships to Canada later on, where we get to see slots that are like above 30, some above 100. So 10 slots is not a lot, but it's doable. It's not that bad. So they have 10 slots. If you're going to be thinking about it, just know that it's going to be a bit competitive. You have to really put your best foot forward if you're going to be applying for this scholarship. And then let us get to the money. Y'all know I'm always interested in, y'all talk a big game about scholarships, but how much are you putting forward though? I always like to check the money. Where the money at? Like, what are we talking about here? Is it fully funded or it's not? All right, it says that the scholarship is granted for a minimum statutory period of the program chosen by the student. If it amounts to 1,600 CHF per month. What is the currency that is used in Switzerland? Y'all know something? I am just like the laziest person ever, because this is the 3rd time I'm coming here on Clubhouse and talking about a scholarship to Switzerland, and I still cannot figure out the currency. All I need is just a quick Google search and I'm going to know the currency, but I never do it. I think I remember it in the moment and then I don't check later. So it says 1,600 CHF per month from September 15th to 15th July. So that's going to be actually 10 months of the year for the complete duration of the master's program. And if the program is a 1.5 year or 2 years, depending, with the exception of cases of definitive failure after the first year. So if you're able to maintain like a particular score, I think they are going to maintain the scholarship. But as you can see, they are going to be giving you all 1,600 CHF CHF. Goodness me, 1,600 CHF per month. Students offered this scholarship will be exempt from a fixed registration fee for courses, with the exception of 80 CHF that has to be paid every month. So the main thing that you have to remember about the particular scholarship is that, first, this is a partially funded scholarship, you guys. This is a partially funded scholarship. So if you're going to be applying to this scholarship to the University of Lausanne, just know that you will have to raise some of the money by yourself. And as I always say, you guys, sometimes it is always important that when you are thinking about scholarships, think about it backwards. What is the tuition amount? How much can you get as a scholarship, and how much do you have to raise? If you judge your family's financial situation, you judge how much you can get as scholarships, and then you judge how much is required by the university, and you see that you can come up with a difference, start the application process. If you see that you cannot come up with the difference, don't even start it, because most universities require that all international students pay an application fee, right? You have to pay an application fee just to get into the university. So if you pay an application fee to get like either a conditional offer, and then you cannot afford like the tuition, and then you start waiving. I have people who send me messages all the time. They've waived starting this semester. They waive starting the next semester. They waive starting the next semester just because they haven't come up with the required finances in order to pursue their studies from at least that first year, to cover that first year. So think about it backwards, you guys. If you're able to get that particular funding and you can pay for the difference, then go ahead and apply for the scholarship. That way you don't waste your time. You're not stressed. Just let it go. There are tons of scholarships, you guys. If you find a scholarship that is not for you, let it go. You're going to find others. Just come to one scholarship a day and take notes every day. You are going to find your own number of scholarships, okay? So it's okay to let it go. Let it go if it doesn't satisfy your particular needs. All right, let us talk about the eligibility. It says you need to have obtained a foreign university degree considered equivalent to a bachelor's, because this is a scholarship at the master's level, right? This is at the master's level. So you need to have obtained a university foreign degree that is considered like bachelor's before you begin your master's program. You need to have distinguished yourself during your studies, especially through particularly brilliant academic results. So how are your transcripts looking like, you guys? How are your transcripts looking like? I know that sometimes we've had rooms here on Clubhouse where we spoke about, okay, if you have a low GPA, what do you do? What do you do? But if you are still in school, please push as much as possible. Push. Make sure that you are in the 90s, in the 80s. If it is on 100, be in that 80s to 100 category. Don't go below that. If you are on a 4, if it's on a 4 scale, make sure that you are around those 3.3 and above in terms of like your GPA. Please try to be in those ranges, because that's a safe spot to be at. You want to be in the safe spot, right? To be able to apply for scholarships. You want your studies funded. You want to get something, so you need to give something in order to get, right? So please make sure that your transcripts are looking really good and you are leaning towards those 3.3 and above on a scale of 4, or you're in those 80s towards if you're on a scale of 100. Okay, so push. Study hard, you guys. Study hard so you can get like those good grades, because that's the safest place. And then it says to have a language level of at least B1 in French or English, according to the language in which your chosen master's is taught. Well, this is true. This is true because for most scholarships, right, you guys, they always ask for like French proficiency if you're applying to a French-speaking country, or English proficiency if you're applying for an English-speaking country, right? But also, there is always the option for English proficiency test, so English proficiency certificate, sorry. So if you are in a university where you did, let's just say it's an Anglo-Saxon university, you did your program in English, and you have these universities where they are asking you for like your test English IELTS TOEFL or whatever, write to the administration of the scholarship, inform them that you went to an Anglo-Saxon school or you did your studies in English, you have a proof of an English proficiency certificate to prove that, and they can say yes. So send them an email and ask them if it is okay for you to apply with just your English language proof of what's called English proficiency certificate. If they say no, then okay, you do not have a choice. If you want to apply for the scholarship, of course you have to submit like all the documents required. But if you did your studies in English, always send that email first and ask them if they are going to be accepting your English proficiency from your university. And if they do, because sometimes, like you all can see my flag there, I'm originally from Cameroon. My country is 20% English speaking, 80% French speaking. Most times they don't even consider my country as an English speaking country. So it always falls in the category where we have to write the test, and I'm like, no, I actually did Anglo-Saxon studies. Everything was done in English. And that is when they're like, okay, we are going to give you a pass. So always send out a mail and ask before you go ahead if you did your studies in English, because sometimes there is always this thing about native English speakers. Y'all don't get me started about that. Anywho, so it says that for the language, make sure you check to be sure that you can actually waive it, and then not to have been registered with the university in the past. Of course, you're not a student, and then to have paid your administration fee, 200 CHF administration fee. Okay, alrighty, okay. So that is our one scholarship for today. Our one scholarship for today is the UNIL Master's Grant in Switzerland for foreign students. I'm going to tweet it out. So for those on Clubhouse, does anyone have a question? If you have a question, raise your hand, come up on stage, let us chit chat. I always tell you all, sometimes it's just good for y'all to tell me what y'all are doing, because sometimes I come across some scholarships and I'm like, this is going to be good for this person. And then if I remember you, because you always show up and we always chit chat and I know what you're looking for, what stage you're at, I can always think of like a scholarship and shoot it your way. So for those on Clubhouse, if you want to raise your hand, come up on stage and we are going to chit chat. And for those on Instagram, if you have a question, put it in the comment section and I am going to answer your questions. In the meantime, I'm going to tweet out the link to the scholarship, you guys. I'm going to tweet. So if you do not follow me on Twitter, definitely go and do that. Go and follow me on Twitter, because the link to this our scholarship for today is going to be live in a second. 1 second. And it is okay. Someone has their hand raised. Okay, Mohammed has their hand raised, so I'm going to bring him up on stage. Mohammed, welcome. Tell us, do you have some resources to share with us, or you have a question to ask?
Question, yeah. Hello, CV. Hello, everybody. I want to ask you about. I'm looking for robotic master degree or electrical engineering. I don't know if it's on the scholarship or not.
Okay, robotics master's degree or engineering. This is what I'll say. Okay, I've tweeted out the link to the scholarship, you guys. I've tweeted it out. Definitely go to my Twitter account, check out the link. Like the tweet, retweet the tweet, such that it shares within your network. Alrighty, a scholarship in engineering. This is what I'm going to say. First of all, you guys, I know that you all have your majors, what you're studying, and you all are very interested in like scholarships in your major. But one thing I want you all to think about is there are so many scholarships. For example, unless otherwise, if you have a scholarship like, let's just give for example, our scholarship for today, the UNIL Master's Grant at University of Lausanne, right? They give you the majors that are not covered. So unless otherwise, unless it is stated that they are not going to be covering a particular field, your job as someone looking for scholarships is to do what? Check the university's website. What are the majors that they offer? If they are offering your major, you are good to go. You can apply for the scholarship. Another example, I used to be a beneficiary of the MEX Japanese government scholarship. This scholarship is provided by the government for universities throughout Japan. So unless it is stated, your job as a student is, now Mohammed, go to the universities in Japan. Let's say you choose the MEX scholarship to apply for. If you want to apply for the MEX scholarship, your job is now to go to universities in Japan and scroll through All of those universities, are any of them, do they have a robotics department? Do they have an engineering department? If they do, definitely go ahead, write it down and pick it as one of your options for universities. I'll give you another example. You have the Swedish Institute Scholarship. I don't know if any of you here you've applied for the Swedish Institute Scholarship or you've never applied for it. But if you have ever applied for it or thought about it, what is the thing about the Swedish Institute Scholarship? They have tons of universities attached to the scholarship. And these universities have tons of different majors. So your job as a robotics student, your job as an engineering student is look through what are the programs offered at this university. Is there an engineering department? Is there a robotics department? If there is, that is all your thing that you need to know and go and apply for the scholarship. Unless otherwise, you're really not going to see scholarships that are like engineering scholarship or robotics scholarship. You won't, unless, like, sometimes you can see here and there, but most scholarships do not lead with this is the major. This is the only major that we are accepting, right? So it usually ranges and it's always like a general kind of a thing. Then now you have to now figure out, is my major there? Is my major there? Then you now apply for it. So please, please, please do not fail to search for opportunities just because you're thinking that your major is not going to be included. No, just search for the scholarship. That is the first thing. What is the scholarship? The second thing is, does the scholarship make room? Does the scholarship make room for several majors? And if the next question is yes, is my major included? And if your major is included, go ahead and apply for the scholarship. What you should really worry about is if they say that they are looking for a GPA of 3.3, do you have it? If it's GPA of 3.4, do you have it? If they say that they want a proof of English proficiency, do you have it? If they say they want recommendation letters, do you have it, right? Those are the things that you should really, really bother about. All the other thing else, it is going to come in one way or the other. Alrighty, so I hope I was able to answer your question, Mohammed. I hope that you left the stage, so I don't know if you got the answer, but I hope that you did, and I hope that that provided some kind of answers to your questions. Alrighty. I've tweeted out the link to the scholarship. I hope you all have seen it on Twitter. I hope you all have liked it. I hope you all have retweeted it. I'm going to put the picture of the scholarship later on in my Instagram stories, okay? So definitely go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, so let us talk about the top 2 fully funded scholarships to Canada. Let's talk about the top 2 fully funded scholarships to Canada. I did a video about these scholarships on Saturday. That is the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship and the Vanier Graduate Canada Scholarships. 2 scholarships. One is the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship and the second one is the Vanier Graduate Scholarships to Canada. So what are the differences like between them? The Vanier program is at the PhD level. So anyone here, is any of you at the PhD level? Are you all thinking about going to, you've had your master's, you're considering PhD? If you are considering PhD and you are thinking about Canada as a study destination, definitely do well to check out the Vanier program. And the good thing about the Vanier program for PhD students is that these are scholarships where you get to apply to like several universities in Canada. The Lester B. Pearson Scholarship, which is at the bachelor level, this is a scholarship for bachelor students. So if you are a high school person who just left and you're thinking about going to study at the bachelor level, definitely do well to consider the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship. So at the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship, it is only at the University of Toronto. So all students who apply for that scholarship, you all have to go study at the University of Toronto. But that is not the case with the Vanier program. The Vanier program has universities throughout Canada, and all of these universities have a quota. They have a quota of the number of students that they can take. So bachelor students, are you all considering Canada as a study destination? Check out the Lester B. Pearson Scholarship. And PhD students, are you considering Canada as a study destination? Definitely check out the Vanier Graduate Scholarships Program. If you are here on Clubhouse, or for those that are on Instagram, there is my Linktree link on Instagram. It links to the first, when you tap that link, the first video that you will see there is the top 2 fully funded scholarships to Canada. So definitely go watch the video, and I do like a deep dive into each of the scholarships, like what are the differences. So the main thing that I'm just going to talk about today is just to give you all like a teaser first. One is at the bachelor level and the other is at the PhD level. So if there is anyone, you know, a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, someone in your local church, someone in your local community who is considering Canada as a study destination, and they have they are thinking about they are at the bachelor level or they are at the PhD level, please recommend those 2 scholarships to them. Have them go to the YouTube channel, watch those videos, and then just check through. Is it something that you all are going to be applying for? And if it is not, that is okay too. We can go to the next scholarships. But remember, all of these scholarships are fully funded, you guys. These 2 scholarships are all fully funded, all fully funded. So if you're thinking about you want your studies to Canada to be paid for completely, definitely go ahead and check it out. The video is there in my bio. It is in the Linktree link, the first link in my Linktree link on Instagram. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, Collins, Almas, Rachel, Toluwani, Eman, Lauren, and on Instagram, Trina, Chidike, Just Me, Eroms, Adayo. Is there any question? Do you all have any questions? If you have any questions, go ahead and ask before I get out of here. Those on Clubhouse, feel free to raise your hand, come up on stage. I'm going to answer your questions. Okay, Lauren has her hand raised. So we'll bring Lauren on stage, and after that, we are going to call it a day. It is 11 p.m. and I have to go to bed, but let's get to Lauren before I get out of here. Okay, Lauren, welcome. Thank you for raising your hand and coming up on stage. Do you have a question or a resource to share with us?
Hi, how are you? And thanks for the platform, which is quite informative. I actually don't have anything to contribute, but it's just a question on, or rather, I joined a bit late when you were closing. I have heard that you were mentioning about some scholarships that if you get them, you are going straight to study in Toronto. Maybe perhaps you can just plug me with those scholarships. And if you have any scholarship for Australia as well, I'm quite interested in them. Or any available, please plug me with those ones. And perhaps maybe if you can send me the links in my DM, if that's possible. Thank you.
Alrighty, Lauren, I can see you were really late to the room. Okay, so I was talking about our one scholarship for the day is on to everybody. I started one scholarship a day, one on the 19th of May, and I've been, each time I come here on to talk about one scholarship a day, I always share the link to the scholarship on my Twitter account. So Lauren, the first thing that I'm going to implore you to do is tap my face here on Clubhouse, scroll right down till the end in my bio, tap the link that takes you to Twitter. When you go to Twitter, you'll definitely do well to follow me there, and when you scroll through my Twitter feed, you're going to see the links to all of these scholarships. Our scholarship for today is the UNIL Masters Scholarships in Switzerland, so definitely go ahead and check it out. That is our scholarship for today. And then the scholarship that you are asking about is the top 2 fully funded scholarships to Canada. One is the Vanier Graduate Scholarships Program, which is for graduate students who want to go study in Canada. And then the second one is the Lester B. Pearson Scholarships for bachelor students who want to go study in Canada, okay? So all of these scholarships are fully funded. The only difference is that the levels differ. You have one for bachelor students and you have one for PhD students. So that is the scholarships. Those are the 2 top fully funded scholarships to Canada. I recently did a video about it on my YouTube channel. So please, Lauren, tap my face here on Clubhouse, and for everyone else on Instagram as well as on in the room on Clubhouse, tap my face here, scroll right down to the link to my Instagram. Go ahead, tap the Linktree link in my Instagram. It is the first video. You're just going to see, watch my most recent video. Tap on it. You don't even have to go anywhere. You can watch the video right there on Instagram, and then you can take notes and then see if you are going to be applying to the scholarship in Canada, any of the scholarships in Canada. The deadline for the Vanier graduate program is, I think, November 2021, and the deadline for the Lester B. Pearson scholarship is January 2022. So there, you still kind of have some time, but the procedure is very long. So do well to start as soon as possible. For bachelor students to Canada, start as soon as possible, as well as for PhD students to Canada, start as early as possible, because that is going to go a long way to give you time to get everything ready, because you need recommendation letters. For the Lester B. Pearson, your high school has to nominate you. So the procedure is very, very long. So if you have of course, I always say here, you guys, the scholarship may not be for you. If it is not for you, be a vessel, share it with a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, someone in your local community, someone in your local church. Please do well to share it with them. If you know any kid that is smart enough and can take advantage of any of these scholarships, please do not keep the information to yourself. Share it with them. When you go to the YouTube, tap that video, tap that share icon, share it with those within your local community, such that someone somewhere can apply for the scholarship, and you may just be changing somebody's life through doing that. So please go ahead and share it as much as possible. Lorraine, was I able to answer your question? Lorraine, are you there? If you're speaking, you're muted.
Yes, I'm here, but I actually don't have access to my Twitter account as of now. Is there any other way that you can able to share me the link that?
Oh man, Lorraine, you will definitely have to get your Twitter up and running, because I joined Clubhouse a long time ago, and what I was doing was sending links to individual people, and I had a burnout. And I had to get off Clubhouse for a bit because it was overwhelming. So I made it a point that I'm going to put a place where I put all the links there, and everybody goes there to check it out. There will be a central place, which is my Twitter feed, and I'm not going to send individual links to people, because that was the reason for my burnout, because I became overwhelmed by how much and everyone wanted something. I want this, I want that, and it was too draining for me. So I will definitely implore you, please do well, if you can, get your Twitter up and running, and then you can come back here, follow me, and then go now to the Twitter account, and you will see all the links to the scholarships. Is that okay, Lauren?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Sounds good. Hello, Peter. Welcome. Thank you for coming up on stage. Do you have a question or resource to share with us?
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for this wonderful program. The first thing I want to ask is, you made mention that you come on board there to share one scholarship a day. I want to ask, what exact time do you start? What exact time do you run it each of the day? So we could easily join. Number two is, aside the sharings of the link, is there other support you can render, maybe a follow-up, special consultation on the likes for people that might be interested in one scholarship and the other and need support, especially the ones you got. I can see, reading from your profile, you have the Japanese scholarship, and I think the Mandela Washington Fellowship. That met Japanese is a very wonderful one. I've heard about it, but then we might need some level of support applying to them. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Peter, for raising your hand, coming up on stage and asking the question. This is why I say, everybody, please go follow me on Instagram. Please follow me there, because I have the schedule. I put up the schedule for the week at the start of the week. So if you check from, we are going, because we do this all weekdays, right? So from July 25th to 29th, the schedule is there on my Instagram page. I have Instagram page. I have it posted there, and I just said that this is the time that we are going to be coming on live on Instagram and on Clubhouse. So please do want to calculate what time that is. So Peter, the first thing is, yes, go follow me on Instagram, and you're going to see the schedule for the week. For the whole week, you're going to see the schedule there, okay? And then the second thing, yes, I am the founder of learnhowtogetascholarship.com, and we provide a lot of support for students who are applying for scholarships. If you tap the Linktree link in my Instagram bio, it takes you to, there's a place that says join a class. We have one-on-one classes, we have group classes, and if you go to the website, you're going to see the curriculum of what we cover for one-on-one classes and the curriculum of what we cover for group classes. So that is the support that we provide. And of course, there are some students who come in, we have standalone services. There are some students who come in, they already know the scholarships they want, they know the problems, they're just like, I just need help with my research proposal only. So if you need help with your research proposal only, just come, book, tell us that, okay, I just need help with my research proposal. Can you all help me through figuring out how to write my research proposal? It is called the Scholarship Prep Academy. So we provide group classes, one-on-one classes, and standalone services. Go to my Twitter account, it's there also, and my Instagram, tap that Linktree link, it says join a class, join any class. Information here on Clubhouse, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, every information that I provide here is free. But I have a team that I work with. So if you want to work with my team, you can see the price list when you go to my website, www.learnhowtogetascholarship.com. Or you can just tap that Linktree link on Instagram, and it's going to take you to the website which says join a class. Okay? Is that okay, Peter? Oh, we lost Peter, but I'm sure he got all the information. Okay, Peter, was that okay?
Yes, thank you so much, for the information. I've followed you on Instagram and on the Twitter. I'm going to follow it up and also check the website. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lorraine, for being here. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Amas. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Toluwani, thank you, Thomas, thank you, Tobias, thank you all for being here. Hey, Brooklyn, congratulations. I saw your pictures. Congratulations. And of course, I already wished you a happy married life, and I hope you get to enjoy it. And of course, you just keep building and growing as a person, as a content creator. So I'm just sending you love here. Thank you so much for joining, Brooklyn. Alrighty, so thank you guys so much for joining me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is One Scholarship a Day, and I do this daily. We pick one scholarship, we do a deep dive into the scholarship, we read about it, we see how much they're providing, we see if we are going to be applying for it or not. And if we are not going to be applying for it, we become vessels, spread the information to a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, and uncle, such that others can apply for it, even if we are not going to be applying for it. Okay? I am the founder of learnhowtogetascholarship.com, and it is a website where we curate scholarships for international students, and we prepare students to apply for scholarships in different parts of the world. We do that through group classes, through one-on-one classes, and through standalone services. So if you need any of those, please do well to go to the website. You can choose to join any of the classes. Here on Clubhouse, this conversation is brought to you by the Study Abroad Club. So please do well to tap that house above my head. Go and follow the club. And I'm going to invite you all to be members. Okay, so one scholarship a day. Each time I come, I always tell you all the links are on Twitter, you guys. All the links are on Twitter. And I'm going to take a screenshot of the official page of the scholarship, and I'm going to put it in my Instagram stories. So do well to compare and be sure that you are at the right page of the scholarships. Start making your list of scholarships, you guys. If you're thinking about 2022 as the year that you want to start your studies, start compiling your list of scholarships right now, coming up with your application plans, your application process. And there is if If you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe there. There is a series there called Top 10 Fully Funded Scholarships for International Students. I always recommend that series because I am a product of fully funded scholarships. I know what that can do for anyone. So please, when you go to the YouTube channel, binge watch Top 10 Fully Funded Scholarships for International Students, the series. Take notes and start coming up with the list of scholarships that you are going to be applying for them. If you can get all your documents ready, everything in time, by the time you have to start applying for these scholarships, all you need to do is go from one to the next, to the next, to the next, because you already have all your application folder ready. So what we do at Scholarship Prep is we help you get that application folder ready. People always say that when you apply to many scholarships, you're going to have a burnout. That is because you did not prepare. If you start 1 year early, preparing all your documents for scholarships, you are not going to have a burnout, no matter the number of scholarships you apply for. And trust me, if you apply for as many scholarships as possible, you are going to get at least one of them. Even if it is not fully funded, you're going to get a pretty good chunk of money to pay for your studies. Thank you guys so much for being here. I always try to keep one scholarship a day below 30 minutes, but I've gone a bit above today. So thank you guys so much for asking all the questions. I am going to see you all tomorrow. So if you're not able to hear everything today, come back tomorrow. Check the schedule on Instagram, come back tomorrow, and we are going to keep sharing one scholarship a day. And the top 2 fully funded scholarships to Canada, it is my most recent video. Go ahead, tap the link on Instagram, watch it, and see if you are going to be applying to the scholarships to Canada. I'm going to see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Bye.